It's going to be a wild week for weather in Denver. We have the potential to get our first snow of the season on Wednesday, but today we're going to be near 80 degrees. And joining me now is Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact team. Keely.
Yeah, we have got certainly big changes in our forecast as we head into the week. We are looking sunny out there. We got a beautiful shot out over downtown Denver, blue skies. We will see increasing clouds as we head into the afternoon. Currently, we're at 69, very mild winds out of the south-southwest, 11 miles per hour. So the wind's not an issue here in the metro area, but head to the southeast corner of the state, and those winds will be picking up as we head into the afternoon. So current temperatures quite mild, again 60s across much of the plains, but 74 degrees already down in Springfield, where temperatures are going to climb into the 80s today. We're looking at 50s, 60s in the high country right now. Your forecast for the Denver metro area, again, partly cloudy skies. We will see increasing clouds as we head into the afternoon hours. We're going to top out right around 78 degrees between about 3 and 4 o'clock this afternoon. So again, the record 82 degrees, that was set back in 2016. Not quite going to get there with a high of 78, but well above our normal high of 60 degrees for this time of the year. We're going to see 70s across the plains, although 80s down across the southeast corner of the state, 50s, 60s up in the high country. And again, we talk about those winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour down across the southeast corner of the state. That is where we're going to have high fire danger for today. That tops our weather headlines, the warm weather, the high fire danger today. But then we have mountain snow arriving tonight. It's going to continue right on into Wednesday morning. And for the metro area, we are looking at potentially our first snow, a little bit of a rain snow mix, maybe a slushy start to your Wednesday. We will break down the timeline of this wintry storm moving in, coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Thank you so much, Keely. Well, let's get to some of the top news. McDonald's says it's been confirmed that the beef patties are not the source of a deadly E. coli outbreak. So the restaurant chain will resume selling quarter pounders this week. The FDA believes slivered onions are likely to blame, and McDonald's says California-based produce company Taylor Farms supplied them, and they have been recalled. The FDA is now investigating the company's Colorado Springs facility. At least 75 people in 13 states have gotten sick, with 26 of them here in Colorado. One person who lived in Mesa County died. The onions will not be on the quarter pounders when they are served again this week. A man who was shot by a deputy in unincorporated Weld County is expected to survive. Investigators say deputies encountered that man just after midnight on Sunday. They were responding to a report of a disturbance on 2nd Avenue Lane, which is right off of Highway 85. And they say that the man had a gun and fired it while deputies were there, so a deputy shot him twice. The man was hospitalized, but again is expected to survive. Well, we are waiting to learn what caused a crash that killed 4 people in Thornton Saturday night. It happened at Thornton Parkway and Washington Street, which is just east of City Hall. Police say one of the cars was hit, then caught fire, leading to the 4 deaths. The driver of another car was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but we have not gotten any updates on the condition. 2 people face charges today for what appears to have been a road rage incident on I-25. Adams County authorities say the men opened fire while on the interstate near US 36 just before 6 Saturday morning. A man was hurt, but Adams County deputies did not believe that there were any serious injuries. A trial is getting underway today for a man accused in a murder on the streets of Fort Collins. Dwayne Brown was killed last July at a gas station. The lifelong Broncos fan was from South Dakota but was visiting Colorado. Police arrested Sayman Zaray. They say he was homeless, looking for aluminum cans in the trash when he started arguing with Dwayne. Then investigators say he stabbed Dwayne in the chest. Zaray is being charged with 2nd-degree murder and 1st-degree assault. A person is alive today thanks to some alert people in Lakewood. The driver's SUV started rolling into Kendrick Lake this weekend, and some bystanders jumped into action. Police say the driver suffered some kind of medical emergency Saturday. People saw the person's vehicle heading toward the lake and tried to open the doors but could not. So they placed boulders and tree branches in front of the tires to stop it from rolling any farther. Then first responders arrived to take over. While the driver was saved, it is not clear how they are doing. And tonight, Denver residents can weigh in on the proposed budget for 2025 that's calling for some pretty big cuts. The mayor does not want to fill the 200 positions that are open now in nearly all departments. However, his budget does call for the city to hire 168 new police officers. Mayor Johnson is also planning to spend just $12.5 million on migrant aid next year. That's significantly lower than the $90 million Johnson budgeted for this year. The public hearing starts at 5:30 tonight. 1 week from tomorrow, we will finally know who will be the president of the United States. Until then, both candidates are ramping up events in key states while sharpening their attacks against each other. Here's NBC's Alice Barr.
In the final full week before Election Day, the presidential nominees are going big. Former President Trump headlining a packed rally at Madison Square Garden in New York.
You got to get out and vote.
Vice President Harris all in Philadelphia.
No one can sit on the sidelines.
Looking to boost turnout in the city of brotherly love, the vice president appealed to black voters from a church congregation to a barber shop and met with Latino voters at a Puerto Rican restaurant.
The path to victory runs through Philly, and it runs through Pennsylvania, and it runs through all of you. Yes.
That amid condemnation over a comedian's opening act at the Trump New York rally calling Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. The Trump campaign saying the joke does not reflect his views. The former president joined many of the speakers in stepping up the rhetoric against Vice President Harris, degrading her intelligence and repeating a controversial attack line against his perceived opponents.
They've done very bad things to this country. They are indeed the enemy from within. And
the former president also announced a new policy proposal.
I will support a tax credit for family caregivers who take care of a parent or a loved one.
Vice President Harris is pushing to expand Medicare to cover long-term in-home care.
We are a new generation of leadership that is optimistic and excited about what our nation can do together.
The nominees beginning their final pitch to voters as the clock winds down. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you, Alice. Well, tomorrow is National Vote Early Day, and you can get a free ride to the nearest open voting site. RTD is once again offering the free rides. There will also be free ride opportunities on Election Day.